Welcome back to the streets. Yo, what's good, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us. This is Gameside. We back with some street scene racing in a Ford GT. Boy, let's get it. This thing looks beautiful. It looks really nice. Supercar, hypercar type of vibes, with the doors and everything. Before we get started, man, Happy New Year. How was your New Year? How was your New Year, man? How are your holidays in Genoa? This car just looks nice, man. Oh, yeah. It sounds amazing. It sounds really good. It sounds really, really good. How are your holidays in general, overall? Where do you rate them in all the other holidays that you've had? How are your holidays? I know we spent some of them together, some of them apart, but yeah, man. I'm just glad things have kind of swinged to some form of normal. It's still hectic. We still have a pandemic and whatever, but at least we could still be with family this year, unlike the previous years where you couldn't and whatever. But this year, actually, we could do that. So let's get into our first race. This thing is quick, man. It looks beautiful. I knew we were gonna do a video when we saw it. Remember the P1 episode? When we were racing with the P1 a couple of street scene episodes ago, and I saw it, man. It was the bell of the ball. It was the bell of the ball, man. It was just beautiful. It was fantastic. I fell in love with it. And here we are. An episode later, here we are. Up in 30%, fourth place. Third place now. It's looking good. It's looking good. Third place, not too bad. What did you get up to on New Year's Eve, man? What was the plan like? What was the vibe like? What did you get up to on New Year's Day? It fell on a weekend on this side, so Thursday I was with my sister. On Friday, I was with the bros, man. The guys came by and we basically were indoors the whole night. When 12 struck, we prayed, we continued. We were chilling, man. It was a vibe. We're chilling indoors, drinks were flowing, we're having good conversations. The problem, the one thing that makes me reluctant to go out is the fact that I can't really have conversations. I love having conversations, but can't really have conversations with the music and whatever. But yeah, this car is quick, man. 280, 290. Look at that, 300. Are we definitely getting? We got. Did we get him? Did we get him? Let me check. This was. We got him. First race, first place. It was an incredibly tight race. It was very, very tight. But it really, this car, there was that one straight where we just floored it. We just went all out, man. We got our first place. Let's get out here, optimize our map like we always do, get some street scenes. Select our race. Cannon run. Let's get it, boy.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Hilltop descent. Heading over to the location of our second race of the day. Sun shines out, birds chipping away. It's summer this side, so we have constant rain every single day. It's been raining every single day for the past 3-4 weeks. Yeah, about 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks maybe. It's been raining every single day without fail, and I mean, it's sad when you have to do some outdoor activities. It's summer, man. People need to be outdoors. each time you head to a park, you have to come back around 3 because it starts to rain and whatever. So that's kind of the bummer there, having to come back early when you go to an outdoor activity because of rain. And you have to come back, you know. You have to come back home because you really can't do anything in the rain, man. Not trying to catch a cold. It may be summer, but you can still catch a cold and you know. This is going into the ranks as one of my favorite cars ever. Just because of this race and how it is handling itself in this race. It's handling perfectly, man. It's handling even the cornering, the speed, everything is well balanced. And it's still in stock. Like we didn't upgrade it, there's no tunes, nothing. We took it out the lot and we started racing, but it's just fantastic, man. It is just good. It was one of those cars. It's a really good car. It's a really good car, and I'm happy with it, man. Definitely going into my favorite episodes, even though all the other episodes are my favorite episodes, but this one, What do you think of the channel so far? What do you think of the races? What do you think about the Forza Horizon 5 series? I want to extend it. We're definitely going to do custom races. I was thinking of creating a NASCAR, sort of a NASCAR track at the stadium. The stadium is kind of like, round. I don't know. I think it'll be, but the thing is, it's not big enough. It just goes in circles and there's no straights. We might find a spot where we can actually create a NASCAR, because that's what I was thinking. Just turn left the whole time. Turn left. Make it I don't know how many laps. I don't know the maximum number of laps that you can add in a race. But just have like NASCAR laps type of race. I was thinking about it, man, because I'm still out here creating. I'm in the events lab when I'm not racing, and oh, this is close. It seems like you're grabbing third in our second race. Not too bad. It was an amazing race either way. It was a really good race. It was tight around the corners, fast around the straights. We navigated around. We didn't hit anyone, not too severely at least. It did, have a bump there with the RS, but it was just a fender. It wasn't anything too major. This car just looks nice. It looks amazing. It's just. You remember the Ford GT from Most Wanted? What year was that one? What year was that Ford GT? The Most Wanted Ford GT. I loved that car. I raced everyone with that car, man. As soon as I unlocked it, it was on. If you've played Most Wanted, you know what I'm talking about. Trying to get our BMW back. And that's the car that I actually won the BMW with. That Ford GT, man. That's why I was so excited to get this one back. I wanted to do the same custom paint that I did. I had a big decal that said 1 on the doors. I wanted to do that, but... What up, Major Nelson in the Viper? You're good, bro. Shout out to you, man. As we leave you in the dark. Of course, it's not like the actual, it's just like the people that I have on my list. And just people who play Forza, they kind of get their names on cars just to not make it, bland and whatever. So it's not him actually racing. I bet if it was, it would smoke me. I bet, bro. I bet. I see him online sometimes, like when he's in the car. Like, funny enough, we're always online around the same time on Forza. I'll be driving around and you'll see like a ghost car pass by and it'll be like him. Or it'll be like gold or whatever. But yes, some of the people that are actually like in these races, I actually get to see them sometimes. Sometimes when I'm, in free roam and you're just driving around real fast. Or I just got the AMG one. Oh my god, that car looks amazing. And it's quick. It's actually turned into my Forza Horizon daily. That's the car I'm driving around. The AMG one. Speaking of the AMG one, Lewis Hamilton is like majorly involved in Mercedes Benz, and apparently there is a movie in the works. I'm just reporting this from Car Buzz. I'm gonna put a link in the description. Apparently there is a movie in the works. It's a Formula One movie by Brad Pitt, and Sir Lewis Hamilton will be consulting in it. What do you think it's about, man? What can you sort of think about if there were an F1 storyline? What would it be, man? I'm thinking Michael Schumacher is probably go down as one of the best F1 racers. Brad Pitt kind of has that vibe going. So third race we didn't get him, but we got second place though. We got second place. I saw that one. We secured second place. Definitely. And was that straight right at the end? That's when we actually made up most ground. But we handled ourselves. This was a very long race. It was an incredibly long race. But we got it, man. And the cars were quick. Street scene cars I think street scene cars has the fastest cars. Apex, not so much. Cross country, it's really not about speed. Except you're going down a hill, then you'll know speed. Like take a truck, go on top of the mountain, of the volcano, and go down. You will see speed. But either way, like street scene, it definitely has the fastest cars. It has the fastest cars. In my experience, in my experience, it has the fastest cars. But yeah, man, speaking of that Formula One movie, what do you think the storyline could be, man? I think it would be really interesting to see. Apparently, Apple bought the movie and they're allegedly dropping about 140 million for the production of the movie. So that's a lot of money for one movie. It's a lot of money for one movie, man. Oh, that GTR looks... There's no need for that, man. That GTR looks good in white, bro. Like GTR. Two favorite colors in the GTR is white and the stock orange. The stock orange GTR. Undefeated. Yeah, man, like I said, it'll be really interesting to see what that movie is about, man. What reminded me is like talking about the AMG one. Remember doing that? I saw an ad of the AMG one with Sir Lewis Hamilton, because he's been knighted and whatever. So he got knighted after that race that he didn't win because someone decided that he shouldn't win the race. But that's politics. That's F1 politics. We're not about that. We're into Forza Horizon where there's no politics, just burning rubber. And we've been burning rubber, man. We've scrapped so many cars. We had so many cars so far, but there's still so much more. There's still so much more that we'd like to see. Let me know what cars would you like to see in future in the next episode. We have the Huracan Performante for Apex, so yeah, I'm really excited to get that. Especially after the Pista episode, we did the Pista in part 5 Apex. We're starting our part 6. We don't have a car yet for Baja cross country, and we don't have a car for dirt and the street scene. So if you have recommendations, let me know. There's still no Lycan Hypersport in the car. I know Gemma's been wanting the Lycan Hypersport, but bro, like there's no Lycan Hypersport in Forza Horizon 5 yet. They're always adding cars, so we might get a car. And ladies and gentlemen, that was our last race, and we came out in second place. Not too bad. So we have a first place finish, 2 second place finishes, and a third place finish. But this is traditional. Those are always our finishes. We're always finishing first, second, third. We all kind of alternate between them and whatever. But yeah, man, thank you so much for joining us. This has been Gameside. You can check us out on Facebook group Gameside. We changed our Twitter handle, Gameside Center. It was Gameside by Black, but that was too long, and so now we shortened it for 2022, and it is Gameside Sentinel. I'll put links in the description for them. But yeah, man, thank you so much for joining us. We signing out. Cheers.